Okay, the next one is called Death, and I decided to write from the perspective of death. You know, the personalization of death embodied as a character. She died quite peacefully in her sleep. In the end, it was painless. She didn't feel anything. As she passed away, Death stood at her side, waiting patiently to greet her. They were simultaneously greeting hundreds upon hundreds of others that are also dying around the world right this second. But they decided to take their time with this soul. Death's hands were cold around the woman's soul. Many thought their hands were cold like ice, and were happily surprised to find they were rather warm. The hands that were encompassing the glowing soul felt like a warm hug from a loved one, a warm day when the sun was shining on your face but not burning your skin, a warm cup of coffee. Death's hands were warm because they were made to comfort and carry the soul onto the next plane of existence. This soul wasn't heading for the inappropriately named heaven or hell, but to a hospital. This soul was to be reincarnated, and its mother was waiting rather impatiently for her baby to come out. This was one of Death's favourite jobs. They walked cradling the soul carefully in their arms. They held it gently and kindly. Death knew how to handle their customers by now. Death knew that some required more care than others, and that was just fine by them. I mean, that's their whole job, caring for people and taking them to a place they deserve. And this soul deserves another chance at life. She died young. She was one of the thousands of customers who had recently died from the virus that is sweeping its way across the earth and making Death's job a lot harder. Death waltzed into the delivery room and saw how close it was until the baby was born. They needed to act fast and deliver the soul to their new body, otherwise the child would be born soulless. Death placed the soul upon the woman's heavily pregnant stomach, and glow filled the room, as did the sounds of a newborn child. Death smiled as the cries permeated their ears, and hoped that they would not have to return for this soul again for many years to come. And Death departed as quickly as arriving. That story, like I said, was based on The Book Thief, but I changed one key aspect, obviously, besides the reincarnation, and that is Death's gender. For some reason, a lot of people think Death is a male. I don't know how you can perceive a cosmic entity like Death to have a gender. Like, I don't think God has a gender, but then again, he might be male considering all the mistakes he's made. But yeah, I don't think a cosmic entity like Death has a gender, so I decided to write Death as they. Death is non-binary, so